welcome back.
Look, our family were these fucking dwarfs, bro. Family were these fucking dwarfs.
Yeah,
You know it would make sense, well, because you know it would make sense. Ginger people come from fucking Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. From fucking Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. From fucking Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. And mostly snowy countries. Did you know that? And mostly snowy countries. Did you know that?
Hello?
Mostly snowy countries. Did you know that?
Hello? Oh yeah, it does
Blonde
pick
and
up my
brown
thing.
hair.
Just
Usually
quite
comes
slow.
from blonde and brown England. Usually comes from
Turn that off. Well,
and not fucking Germany. Because Germany,
but
I don't get it. I don't get why Hitler hated hated ginger people. Because that's where they came from. It's also fucking Germany. Because Celts originated from Germany. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make
Eyeballs.
sense.
Mammals.
so yeah, I'm meant to be playing Stalker Clear Skies. Yay!
Oh,
Is that a fucking? Is that
Two.
one of the things? Is that a,
two
is that a-
giants.
That's not a giant, bro. That's not a
That
giant.
is a
That's
giant.
a. No, that isn't.
Yeah, dude.
Told you.
It looks. No. I'd call it. What are they called?
Oh, there's
A,
that one.
I'd call them what are they
Yeah.
called? A golem. Yeah. A giant golem.
So
They
I'm playing
technically are.
Stalker
called
Clear
giants,
Skies.
so they're giants
Whilst they
Yeah, they're giant golems. Because they're
Right,
made of
now.
fucking
They're
earth and
stone
rock.
giants.
commit major war
No.
crimes in Minecraft
No,
for some
they're
reason.
not.
The character called them a stone giant.
So that's fun.
Fuck you, they're not. They're what I said.
So the people not playing
And it would also make sense, because what are they made of?
Stone.
I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not actually very good at Stalker. So I'm going to
What are golems made of, James?
Rock.
Stone. And
Rock,
rock.
stone, and marble. And clay, if
Exactly.
you count World of
That's what
Warcraft.
these guys are made of.
Yeah.
If you count World of Warcraft, also clay.
Golems are anything that has natural material mixed with magic. Have some physical
It's
beings in
mixed with
it.
magic sheep.
Other games or
Bro, yeah, they are. They literally are.
No idea what this one's about.
Bilbo Baggins died.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Giga-chart. The gun hood. Look at that. Oh, it's a VSS.
Where's the Hobbit? A half is made of.
That's half.
Yeah. No, it's technically open door.
So a half.
Complete different ways in this.
Well, it's Hobbit.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Making up.
But sounds very interesting.
Are like essentially mid.
You're of it.
But they're not, no. They're like between between known and hobby.
Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yes? No? Computer?
Do you remember what happened to you?
Actually, press the actual text. Okay.
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
Oh, okay.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Can I walk in? May I walk? Cool. Yes, stop. Wait. Talk to the barman.
Just D&D racing. That's all you have to do. D&D racing.
I'll go on my desk.
So I got exit to, okay.
I would.
That has been great. There we go.
I've always
Imagine falling down there. Break a leg or something. Are you doing back?
Oh, I...
Ветер поднялся, посвистывает, завывает, холодно, трясемся все. Вот получится.
Oh, that looks like that.
I repair faults in hardware. Heck, buddy, you look like that. You need to get some fresh air or something. On that note, we got an open air bar around here. Remember, to be a good shooter, get your gun talking at the right time.
Okay.
Do you know what instantly
I guess that's one.
That'd be my...
Маленькая, а на карте ее нет. Ну, зеленый туда-сюда, как быть. И соваться стрёмно, и как лучше обходить неизвестно. Глянь, мужик какой-то неподалеку маячит.
The essential giants, please.
Oh wait. Could this be?
Hello there. Holy cow, you're as pale as a vampire. You need to visit the bar, that's what you need. Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, I've banned goblin, female goblin. Especially for fucking... That's how I got reincarnated as slime.
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Bro, same. I do any, just all races from fantasy. I try the females. So it'll literally just be exclusively with women.
Okay, so maybe it's... Oh wait, it's more over here.
Пускайте его еще раз. Достали, спрашивают. Артефакты, бабло есть? Да нету. Опять окунули, и опять спрашивают. Артефакты, бабло есть?
Hello, after we got visiting hours, became quite a leisure.
Sure are
We're out
with
of fresh air.
Even you wouldn't believe
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission, the biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together, because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause. I was collecting bottles one after another. They let me hear.
Any scale.
I mean our bay. You know why you've never heard of us.
Cool. Leave the Merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Libeda says he needs to see you, that ain't up for discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later.
I got brushes killing to do and surviving the wastelands. Ooh, sneaky little thing in here. Ooh, oh wait, no, I'm stepping in water. Oh no. Hopefully I took the radiation. Paco. Come in. Paco. Okay. Wait. Ooh, map? Wait, where am I? I'll probably figure it out at some point.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Okay, that doesn't seem too bad.
As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, Many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
Okay. You want me to work?
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost. We're
Your
under attack. I
experience
repeat,
can save
we're
the
under
lives
attack.
of
Help!
many of them. That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. Great. Get over to the trade.
Wait,
Trader. A fighter is on his way.
Oh, I've seen another meme of it. I like to swear I was need to do.
Roger that.
Visitor?
At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol missions. I've been ordered to issue you...
Okay, save game quickly. Oh, don't want that.
What you need, Stalker?
Do you know who's down here?
Speak up, will ya?
Oh.
Guns?
My precious.
Yeah, he's somehow still alive.
He's called by market.
Oh my.
Mark, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
I like that.
Do you know Lalafels? Final Fantasy, they're essentially what a harp is. They're half elf. Half elf. I think they're half in the gnome. Because they're not.
By the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up, easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Okay, cool.
Oh my god, it's Ryan.
I'm not that fucking hell.
Yeah, but you grabbing scratch.
Is that bad for him if the red ring's going down?
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
That's my enough. I see.
I swear you could just become a fucking... I swear you could literally just become...
Classic.
I swear you can literally just become, yeah... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could literally become a fucking king of a goblin kingdom. Any of us here. Just by being able to speak. Like... That's all it's...
Stalker, what do you want?
Time. ready.
Yeah, but if you're big brain, you can use the goblins because they're so dumb that you can use them in a good strategy as well.
Okay.
And then they'd be winning.
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
A bolt?
It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Like how come in every scene like goblins, they just like launch, and they don't.
I do.
Goblins just dumb as well.
It helps the fact that they're dumb, but also helps the fact that, like I said, it's hard to tell unless you love off the
So they sense danger.
I like that little bullet there.
So, how come they can't pull out the orange?
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there!
How do I run?
So what race would you have with round?
You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together.
No, I would have to.
Aiming the wrong way, mate.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
How come in Lord of the Rings they don't have any female goblins? Does that mean that the type of goblins are goblins though? They reproduce females?
I don't know how I'm meant to get to cover.
Nah, but in like D&D lore as well, so we're originally quite fancy come from. The way goblins reproduce is by raping females.
You're with us again? Oh, welcome, Yeah, that's the sort of people we are. Yeah. Good luck to you. You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point that our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment.
Yeah, I know.
Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, The increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher. It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the wish granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. But I can say I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
If this was in our world,
I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what Clear Sky is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster.
Yeah, English people are more like elves. They're too fat. They're so
You're right, but we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
But one isn't like a Skyrim age.
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly. I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice. Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Is Schmiegel a goblin? Oh no,
you know the Hobbits, yeah? He's a Hobbit that's been driven to Barnabas by the Regus. I bet he lost a bit, he got sick friend.
Yeah, I know, but do you know Schmiegel?
What такое, знаешь кто?
In like actual like proper
Told you guys I've been
actual proper fantasy facts, yeah. Schmiegel would literally be like half. It would be half Hobbit and half
Goblin, yeah. Well, I've got to do stuff first, so
I don't know why
I'm going to do
Hobbit would have sex
this
with
is
a
obviously
goblin.
part one, and we'll do a part two. Don't worry. I'm going to get to playing the rest of Stalker probably
Unless
later
the
tonight
one from the Target reincarnated as a slum.
tomorrow.
yeah.
I don't think anyone would mind. I'll be back.